The person would sit down and let their body relax, totally relax.
Okay.
And then start to visualize in their mind. See themselves the way they want to see themselves. Yeah. See how you'd like to live your life. See yourself living it that way.
Okay.
Now understand that that's a picture in your mind. And then take that picture and describe it. Write it out in the present tense. I am so happy now that I see myself, and write it out. Well, if we would relax and build the image in our mind of how we'd like to see ourselves, start to read it, and read it, and read it, and read it every day. Carry it around and keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers, all down through history, have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous agreement on it, we become what we think about. Now, it may be fantasy at first, it might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it. And when William James said, believe and your belief will create the fact, you will see the person's personality change.
Have you ever sat in silence, but your mind wouldn't stop? That swirl of thoughts, the endless to-do lists, the sudden memories, the invisible weight? You're not broken. You're just busy. Busy being someone for everyone. Busy thinking, fixing, surviving. Busy forgetting who you are beneath it all. But what if I told you that there's a place beneath the noise? A place where clarity returns, where healing begins, where you remember yourself, not in the mind, not in the chaos, but in the silence. This is why meditation works, not as a quick fix, but as a return to the original frequency, to the observer behind the thought, to the divine in you. And today, we're diving into your brainwaves, your biology, your soul, and how meditation rewires all three. Your brain is electric. Every thought you think carries a frequency. And these frequencies ripple outward, forming wave patterns that determine how you feel, how you respond, and what you attract. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. Your brain doesn't operate on just one frequency. It moves through states, each one tuned to a different level of awareness. Most people spend their day in what's called the beta wave state, fast and busy like city traffic. It's the state of active thinking, planning, scrolling, analyzing. Logical, yes, but also prone to stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. If your mind feels noisy, you're in beta. But the moment you begin to relax, even just a little, you drop into the alpha state. Think of it as a quiet room inside the mind. You're still awake, still alert, but the edges soften. Like reading in the sun or walking through the woods without a care in the world. This is the first step into calm. Then comes theta, the twilight zone between waking and sleep. It's where creativity, imagination, and healing begin to awaken. Have you ever caught yourself lost in a daydream so vivid you forgot where you were? That's theta. In this state, the doorway to your subconscious mind swings open. Old memories rise, deep feelings stir. You might even cry, not out of sadness, but because something long buried finally came to light. Go even deeper, and you'll find yourself in the delta state, the realm of deep, dreamless sleep. Here, your body enters full restoration mode. Cells regenerate. The nervous system resets. It's like returning to the womb of stillness. And finally, there's gamma, the rarest, fastest, and most mysterious frequency of all. Gamma waves have been recorded in monks and mystics during moments of compassion, bliss, and unity. In gamma, the sense of separation disappears. There is only now, only awareness. Meditation guides you on this journey, from beta's noise to alpha's calm, deeper into theta's healing. And sometimes, if the conditions are right, into the quiet brilliance of delta or the illumination of gamma. You're not escaping reality when you meditate. You're actually meeting it more fully, not through the mind's chaos, but through the soul's clarity. As Bob Proctor once said, be still, just for a moment, and feel the power within you. That power can create anything you want. And meditation brings you back to that stillness, to that place of pure power within. In stillness, your biology listens. Meditation activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the mode of rest, digest, and repair. This isn't philosophy, it's physiology. When you meditate, your cortisol drops, inflammation reduces, blood pressure stabilizes, immune function improves. A study at Harvard Medical School showed that even 8 weeks of mindfulness meditation physically reshapes the brain, thickening the prefrontal cortex, the seat of attention and wisdom, and shrinking the amygdala, the house of fear and reactivity. You're not just calming down, you're reprogramming. This is what sacred texts have long told us. In the Bhagavad Gita, the yogi finds union through stillness. In the Bible, we're reminded, be still and know that I am God. In the Tao, it is written, stillness reveals the secrets of eternity. Science is only now catching up with what the soul has always known. Meditation isn't a break from life. It's a meeting with yourself, the one who's been there all along, under the trauma, beneath the noise, before the conditioning. To sit in silence is to listen. To listen is to feel. And to feel is to heal. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, you are the awareness behind the thought. And as Ram Dass beautifully said, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. In meditation, you hear the inner child, not through memory, but presence. You feel the pain you've numbed, and find that it doesn't control you anymore. You aren't becoming anything. You are uncovering. Now that the mind is quiet and the body is calm, this is the perfect moment to visualize. In the theta state, your subconscious is open, your identity is fluid, your inner reality becomes fertile ground. This is when to plant the seeds of belief, of vision, of change. Not from lack, but from knowing. See the life you want, but feel it is done. Feel the joy of it. Smell the room you live in. Hear the voice of your future self. Embody the version of you who already lives it. As Neville Goddard taught, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. As Jesus said, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Meditation is the soil. Visualization is the seed. Repetition and belief are the water. And like all seeds, you must give them time and consistency. One session won't shift your life, but daily tuning will shift your frequency. You don't live in a universe of things. You live in a universe of frequency. Quantum physics now tells us what the mystics always knew. You are not separate from the field. You are part of it, an extension of it, a signal within it. When you meditate, you stop broadcasting chaos, and you begin aligning with coherence. In advanced states, especially gamma, monks and healers report feeling one with all things, having insights beyond words, and experiencing spontaneous healing. This is the Christ state, the Buddha mind, the unifying spirit that flows through all. And it's not far, it's within. So why does meditation work? Because it isn't about changing yourself, it's about returning to yourself. Because it rewires your brain, heals your body, softens your heart, and awakens your soul. Because in silence, you finally hear the voice of truth. the song of spirit, the rhythm of peace. And when you find that rhythm, you don't just live life, you begin to create it. Meditation does not just calm the mind, it awakens the body. It clarifies the soul. It restructures your inner world, and that changes everything. When you begin meditating regularly, you may notice something subtle at first. You react less. You feel more. You listen deeper. And then, your sleep improves. Your digestion regulates. Your skin glows. Your immune system strengthens. Your energy begins to rise. But more than that, your emotional intelligence grows. You become aware of your triggers. You catch your fear before it takes over. You witness your anger before it erupts. Meditation gives you the gift of response over reaction. And in that space of awareness, you find something extraordinary. Your inner self. The you that knows. The you that doesn't doubt. The you that was never afraid. The you that has already overcome. This is the self who is ready to confront your biggest fear and walk toward your boldest dream. Whether it's healing a broken past or building a new future, it all begins within, with stillness, with silence, with love. Because the more you sit with yourself, the more you discover something beautiful. A love so pure, so deep, it needs nothing outside to complete it. And when that love ignites within, it radiates outward, into your relationships, into your goals, into your presence, into your very frequency. You become the kind of person who walks into a room and calms it just by being, because you've met peace, because you've embodied it. So this is your invitation, not just to watch this message, but to live it. Take 5 minutes tonight. Sit, close your eyes, and begin. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be present. Because the greatest journey you will ever take isn't across oceans or towards success. It is the one that leads you back to the stillness within you. And from that place, everything changes. If this resonated, let it become your rhythm. Subscribe for more videos on consciousness, vibration, and the energy of the soul. And share in the comments, what has meditation revealed to you? This channel is a space for deeper spiritual exploration, from energy and intuition to sacred geometry, quantum manifestation, the teachings of ancient mystics, the nature of the higher self, and how to align with divine intelligence. Until then, be still, be soft, be listening. You are the observer, and the universe is waiting for your signal.